everyone, and welcome back to the UR2D Ultimate Racing 2D podcast. I am your host, Mr. Albono. We do not have Yua here, sadly, but we do have two other amazing people joining us. We have got two-time UL World Drivers Championship winner, Figo, and JL World Drivership champion and UL race winner Flyx. We are joined by both of them here today to talk about the upcoming season, the season before, and pretty much a bit of everything in their careers one time, and probably some other stuff. Hello, Flyx and Figo.
Hello. You can.
Just a little.
Flyx can introduce himself as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's good?
How are you doing today?
I'm just doing me.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Well, I really hope you are a bit more enthusiastic through this
Well,
interview. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're here to talk about your careers and one time, because one time have been in UR2D for quite a while. Figo, you took over. I mean, a fair bit. I mean, Figo, you took over from Kubo in season 15. I'm not old enough to know what it was before that. Added Flyx along for some weird reason in season 20 as co-owner, and since then you've pretty much won everything but the constructors. So just tell us about a bit of the history, I guess, of the team. I guess starting with Figo, because you'll know more about it, and then going on to Flyx and how you have both found.
Wait, I'm the goat of history.
seasons.
I don't be that guy. But
I'll
let this guy speak.
Well, actually, one time has only existed for a season. The other seasons, it's been called NSR, Neon Sunset Racing. That's Kubo's thing. It was made in season 14, and it was there for season 14-15. And at the end of season 15, Kubo gave the team to me, and then I podiumed the race after, and then I won that race immediately after that one. And then from Neon Sunset, it was named that until season 19. Then I switched it to one time. I also gave Flyx part ownership as like a thank you, because we did actually win the constructors in season 18. But it was a thank you kind of gift. I let him call it one time, and it's been like that since season 20.
Yeah, now we fin our farm for the season. So
Yeah. So we are the team of the greatest war.
Yeah. I think personally that title goes to Lynx, but whatever you say. Where did the name one time actually come from? Because it's a bit of
that's
strange.
Yeah, that's to him.
That's all me. The thing is, back in 2022, it was actually one time was me for Rocket League, because I wanted to go professional with No Hacks. I don't know if y'all know him, but yeah, No Hacks and other guy that played Rocket League with us. We were GC. We wanted to go pro. So I was like, yo, should I just make a team for RLCS qualifiers and shit? So we did qualifiers, and we got pretty far, because out of all teams, we ended up 116th, and that's actually pretty good against like SSLs and stuff. But the team was co-founded for... I don't really know, but I don't really have like something to say for the team, but like I don't know, I just had something with one time. So
that was a very long way of saying it came from a Rocket League team.
Yeah, it came from Rocket League.
Awesome.
But yeah, so that's how one time was confounded. I'm gonna be honest.
That was a very, very interesting tidbit into how that happened. Thank you, Flyx. One more. Well, not one more thing. We're only 4 minutes in. Jesus. I want to talk about quite a bit. Your last season, so season 20. We talked about one time a decent amount on our review of season 20 with myself and Yua. Go and watch that. I know, outrageous plug. But last season, I feel like Flyx, you had the potential to like be in the top 3 in the standings, but you just didn't feel like it. So you only done 4 races, and then Figo, I don't know if you'll admit it or not on here, but I want to say you came back in the sake of the team, but I think you just came back because you were salty about JT having a bigger win streak than you.
Ooh.
Oh. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't come back to help the team. I don't think they needed any helping, to be
Uh,
honest.
the
They were
thing is, we
doing
don't give a
quite
fuck.
fine. Yeah, they were doing quite fine in P3, and they ended in P3. Even when I raced, I think I just wanted more wins. I don't like the number
Guy
13.
is,
Maybe you've seen that, but
do you hear
I'm
this,
a
Bubble? This guy is
yeah,
greedy.
I'm a superstitious man. I don't really like the number 13, and I was on 13 wins. I was like, oh, I'll just go win. I won one. Okay, why not just do it again? I won two. Why not do it again? And there was three,
I
and
felt
then
so
it just became
nice.
four.
I had
Yeah,
to do it twice.
it was basically like that, but like 4 times in a row. And then yeah, and now I'm here
And
for
about to
season
race
21.
again. Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
I don't even
Flicks,
know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna be honest,
what
but
happened to you last season? Because you
what
got
the
no, no,
fuck?
no,
What
no. I mean, like, why did you
what
stop
did
racing?
happen to you?
No, because you got
Oh,
P4,
why
you
I
got
stopped racing?
P3, and then you stopped racing for 4 rounds. Then you came
Because
back and came back in Monaco again.
no, I did not come back in Monaco. I came in back in Australia and Brazil. I
Oh,
came back for round 6 and
I'm
round.
looking at the wrong standing sheet. There we go. Yep, you came back for Brazil. My bad. But why did you
Thank you
stop
very much.
racing?
The thing is, because I normally VC with Figo, right? And we have like a vibe going on while racing, and VCing alone was just not it. So that's why I like stopped racing, and it got kind of boring. But when Figo came back for round 6, I believe, I don't know.
Yep.
It's just kind of the vibe, you know. It's just fun to VC while racing, and then for round 8 as well. But I feel like I could have done better for round 8 if I didn't fucking qualify bound Corvid. But you know that's whatever. That's like you know that. So yeah,
Yeah, that's how it is.
that's just how it is.
That's
That's
some
like you know.
wisdom by Flicks there. That's awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Um.
just really it.
So basically, what you said is it's all Figo. There's one voice crack. So basically, what you're saying is all Figo's fault that you stopped racing then.
Not it's not like really his fault, but like for season 18, if I wanted to race, because of course the constructors, and I wanted to for Figo to win it, because he already won like like he has already JL like JL VDC and CL, and of course UL, and then he was just missing like constructors, so I was like, okay, I can just help you out. I'm pretty sure this guy did not want me to race for season 18, but I'm not really sure about that. But I guess we
What?
just,
Not true. It's
I
not
guess,
true at all.
but I guess we just kind of have a chemistry going on for racing, and
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why that's why I wanted to race 21 because I wanted for one time to have a constructor as well. But I'm not really sure if I'm gonna race season 22. That really depends on
How he
um
feels.
yeah how I feel in the moment. But yeah.
That is fair enough. Just I mean, it is a game, so if you don't enjoy it, then there's no point in doing it. It's not like Fico's going to be at your house with a gun to your. I mean, maybe I don't know what goes on in one time.
Yo, believe me,
Um,
this guy already came to my house with a gun, so I don't really want to risk it again. But
He knows what happens.
this guy, this
Does
guy
not
is
happen, by the way,
dangerous.
just in case.
anyway, before this podcast gets taken down for inspection by the police or something, um, I mean, I guess the reason you finished P3 in the constructors was probably a lot down to, I mean, when before you came back from round 6, a lot of it will have been down to Aussie, who raced and the majority of the rounds up until round 6. So, I mean, was that like something you had planned on, like having him race, or is it just sort of in the
The
moment he had a free space, you just needed someone to race and he was there?
the thing is, Ozzy thinks we hate him for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why. We have
I,
nothing against Ozzy because I feel like Ozzy can definitely for like tomorrow for round 1 for season 21, he definitely has a pace, you know, to get high. I mean I don't know about the consistency in that like you know, but I feel like I don't know why he thinks we hate him. Uh, Figo, why does he
oh yeah,
think
I don't
this?
know. He just wrote to me one day. I was in his DMs, and he just told me, "I know you don't like me," which is a very interesting thing, which isn't true at all.
Yeah.
I mean, we've appreciated him at one time, and we appreciate what he did back in this last season. He was pretty good, and I think I think highly of him. I think he can do really well. He's a very quick guy.
Hmm.
He just had he just couldn't drive for like the rest of the season after round 6. He had some issues, and it was just like kind of a good coincidence in a way that I just felt like, oh, maybe it's my chance to just come back in and do some driving, and so that's what I did. I came back. So
do some
it
driving
was
and win every single race.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it wasn't like a planned thing of like he just suddenly disappeared. Like that was unplanned. He just happened to have something going on with his own life, and he just couldn't race the rest of the races. So yeah, he was meant to stay for the whole thing.
Oh, well,
He was actually meant to race this like the upcoming season, but
Oh,
he
yeah.
decided to go to Mayhem. So
Instead of who?
Instead
uh,
of one of us, just one of us. I
yeah,
don't really know who it would be. It was just like at the time, because of the aforementioned like issues that he had, and the reason why he had to like stop racing for a bit. He didn't come back to us by the like kind of the end of the season. He said like like, oh, I don't know if I'll race next season. So me and Flyx just decided, okay, why don't we just run it back and try and win the constructors again.
yeah.
And
'Cause
so by the time,
Again?
Everyone
Yes.
knows that we are the best team. Like if you us two are the best people to put in a team, and everyone knows that we like to aura farm, so that's why we made an aura farming worth livery. Actually, that's all Guzi. I'm gonna be honest, but
there's a hard we. The we is carrying because it was all Guzzy's livery. But yeah, I mean, he was meant to come back, but by the time he kind of told us, oh guys, I'm ready to race again, it was kind of too late, and so he had to go to a different team. It's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean,
wait,
they've
Figo.
got a good ass lineup though. Him and 6Y. I mean, it is a bit of a
Oh,
dangerous lineup in two ways: speed
about that.
and going too wide with them. But
About that.
oh,
So the
He's
thing
got some
is
drama.
about because I feel like the teams that could challenge us is definitely JT and Johnny. But the thing about Johnny is he just needs to get his like. I'm not trying to like hate or anything, but he needs to get if he gets his pace up, that's definitely gonna be a hard team to fight against. And about Mayhem, Ozzy, and 6Y, the thing about Ozzy, he definitely has the pace, but he just doesn't have the consistency. Uh, as you can see, like last season, for example. And 6Y, I feel like he's gonna be really dangerous if he actually like races all the races next season. Then we're gonna have I feel like we're gonna have a title fight between me, not me, but like one time SCP and Mayhem. Maybe
not
maybe
LSA.
LSA. Not fuck LSA, bro.
Damn,
I'm
he's a
sorry
hater.
for it, but F1 fan is not worth it. I don't feel F1 fan
Damn.
is like fast. Because F1 fan
Jeez.
was like, if you look at last season, the season before that, at what was it, FLF, he was just not that guy.
You don't think the
As-
LSA effect's gonna have anything on him?
no, actually, he's gonna worsen his
He's gonna crack under the
pace.
pressure.
Wow.
Yeah, because I feel like Lev and not Lev, but Vlad is gonna put a lot of pressure on him, and that's just gonna fuck up his whole like season. Like that's basically what he did with Fansumi. I think I'm pretty sure that happened to Fansumi as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
You
I
also
mean-
didn't mess. You don't also didn't mention SGP in that. You know.
Oh,
actually, bro, they gonna be that loud. Oh, I actually remember go.
Yeah,
Wait, who did
Mammy
they have
and
again?
Blank.
Oh,
Yeah, but
yeah, man.
like fuck
There's
that
just-
guy. Okay, now
Oh, he's not happy with that.
Blank's been cooking. He's
Blank-
been sixth in time trial.
I
Like pretty
I
much
just
every
don't
month.
Yeah.
think that they are that like as strong as the other things because
Yeah,
every other team I'm a world champion. Flyx is really really good.
Yeah,
You look at SCP, you have JT world champion, Johnny pretty good. Even at LSA you have Hernandy's a world champion. F1 fan is like pretty good as well.
fuck.
Mayhem doesn't quite have the world champion, but 6 by still pretty like what it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
But
six. The thing
back
about
back then he was pretty good, and
the
Ozzy's
thing
pretty
about
good.
6Y is 6Y is the only really good guy that hasn't gotten a win in UL. But I feel like if he didn't retire in season 15, he would have definitely gotten a win, or even maybe the world title, because he was like every race he had like podiums before he retired in Montevideo. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of scared of 6Y because I don't know what he's capable of. Because he hasn't driven, like he hasn't driven he hasn't driven in like what in 4 5 seasons, and that's like a year and a half or even more than that. But I don't know. I just hope 6Y will die mid race, some shit.
Damn,
Okay, right.
I just get 6Y if you
as
listen
a
to me.
players and crash
Moving
out
on,
the race.
moving on. This is a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah, this yeah, my bad,
Jesus.
my
Okay,
bad.
I think
I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do here. Let's move on to Figo, who is not
he
currently.
didn't mean dying as in literally die. He just meant like have an issue in the
I'm
race
not taking any
delays.
chances. Figo, let's move on to you. What do you think about the competition this season? Who you think is going to be like your main?
Wait, before you answer
race?
that, I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick, okay?
Oh,
Oh, he's
that's
gone.
fine. Yeah,
That's fine. It
even
was the
better.
question. Wait, what was the question again? By competition against who?
Eh,
As in like for the
Anyone, just
title,
yeah,
which
like
title?
for the title, for the yeah. Let's start with constructors first.
Yeah, again, you look at. I think it is going to be a two-horse race really between SCP and One Time, because you have the one strong driver, me and JT, and you have the other really strong driver. But I think Flick's kind of, think he's on a different level compared to Johnny.
Yeah,
But even though they both have pretty good second drivers, you look at for example, LSA. Maybe they're not in a conversation because they have like the weakest first and second driver. I think, and like for the first driver, Hanandi, who's still pretty good. When I say weakest, it makes it sound bad, but like just out like versus me and JT, I just think that he probably admit himself he's at a pace disadvantage. An F1 fan, I don't think has shown the ability compared to Flyx and Johnny, but he can always improve. We don't know, but I'd still be confident that at least Flyx being faster. So I just think because we have the stronger lineup in both kind of ends, both seats, I think we do have the advantage as well.
Alright, I'm
And you
back.
talk, yeah, you talked about SGP. They're strong. I just don't think they are a title contender. They just haven't got, the guy in both seats. They're still pretty good. It's just they're not like the top tier that you need to have a constructor title. Yeah.
Well, we'll see how Manbergo is with Loping because he's moving back to the Netherlands for race 2, missing race 1. But they've got Krustenet in who looks. I don't know. I've watched him a lot in mocks and he's looked insane in quali pace, and then by lap 3 he's 6th or 7th. It's like
He's a
I don't really know how that's gonna work. And then they've got Yua as well, who on his day can be insane, but he's also got like 300 ping. So we'll wait and see for that. See if you were to. I'm interested, and then we'll get back onto One Time because I'm hyperware. We went onto a massive tangent, but see if you were to pair the constructors into groups of 2 and who you think is going to be fighting each other. You've obviously said yourself One Time and SCP at the top, but who would you put into the 2s? And then obviously the last constructor, who do you think is going to be the main fighters for each other this season?
Okay, well, we'll have to look at this first. So obviously, One Time and SCP at the top.
No,
I think.
the thing is, One Time.
No,
will win
you'll get your
at the
chance,
top.
Flex. You'll get your chance.
Okay, my bad.
He just got told to shut the fuck up. But no, he's just telling us to group them into
Going
and
full
who's
teacher
like
on
the
his
main
ass.
competition. But I think in kind of that second thing is going to be LSA versus. Oh, actually, it's kind of tough because LSA is kind of in their own bracket. I feel like they're just stronger than any of the other teams, but just not as strong as the other two. I think maybe I just have to choose. Oh,
Then put LSA on their own and pick groups of 2 down then, because there's 9 teams. That means you
oh
have
yeah,
to
there
pick.
is. Yeah, then I'd put LSA on their own. I'd probably put depending on Corvid's ping, I'd put Flow Force and RMC together. I think Sash, that's his name, right? I think he has some really good pace there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Over SGP and Mayhem.
No.
I mean,
Oh,
I just it's been
hold
quite
on.
long since I've seen them drive. I just
Putting FLF over May is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Mayhem. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot about Mayhem.
May, bro,
Sash, like Sash looks good,
listen,
and he's the London
Oh,
Norris of
sorry,
UR2D. He's like insane
I
in clean
forgot
air.
about Mayhem.
yeah, you forgot about the team.
I would put LSA and Mayhem together. That's what I would have put. There you go. I was
Uh-huh.
wondering why there wasn't any competition. Then below that, I would put. Well, it's actually kind of tough. It's between SGP, Flowforce, and RMC. I mean, that's just like a 3, I feel. And then the last 2 is going to be Lynx and where is it? What's the other one?
Rykar.
Rykar. I do think like because all the other 3 that I talked about, which are Flowforce, RMC, and SGP, they do have like very solid drivers who are already proven. Well, other than SGP, I think they're a bit more of an unknown. But like you have Kubo and RMC, always been solid. Flowforce, Corvid, always been solid. Like Rykar and Lynx just don't have that. Yeah. You know, Matty's still like, you know, he's decent, but I don't think he's shown to be on the level of Kuba and Corvid, for example.
Even
But yeah.
Go, I feel like he's not on level that man.
Yeah, he hasn't driven enough to really tell, and the times he's driven, he's on high ping, and that can always kind of throw things off. He hasn't driven enough races, I think that's the issue. Can't really judge him.
But yeah, I feel like how the constructors will go. I feel like, you know, not trying to be biased or anything, but I feel like one time will definitely, you know, it's definitely win it. But I feel like it's gonna if 6Y and Ozzy attend all the races, I feel like they will gonna fight SCP for second definitely.
Whoa.
But that
Ooh.
just really depends on how, you know, how 6Y will. Because the thing is, he was good back in the day, but I don't know how he's gonna be now. Because, for example, Gamer came back in season 17 and he won his first race. But after that, he kind of, you know, had shit races.
He didn't quite impress as the first round would have
Yeah,
suggested.
exactly. Because he won round 1 of season 17 because of the rain. Because he didn't pit and everyone else pitted. But yeah, I just feel like Mayhem will be a really hard team to fight as SCP. But I feel like they're not gonna be really fighting for the constructors as one time.
Okay, so the rest of the teams?
He didn't
right,
care about the rest of
Just
the
capped
I
at
don't
3.
really,
Just
I
capped
don't
at 3.
really care about the rest of the teams. I have to be honest, because
Oh,
like LSA, they will probably I'm just like saying like if 6Y attends all the races, then then LSA will end up 4th.
And
Because
then I'm presuming Link's 5th then.
yeah, get out of here, bro.
Oh.
Nah, just kidding. But the thing about LSA is, of course, Tommy, good driver as well. Shoot, Tommy,
he's
of
not that
course.
mean.
Yeah, but the thing about Tommy, he's a good driver as well. So he will probably take Hernandy's spot for round 1, and then for other round, Hernandy's gonna miss, because Hernandy's gonna miss 2 races, and
I think it's round 1 and round 3.
yeah. So I feel like. I just don't know. I feel like to be honest, I'm gonna be biased here. I hope that Mayhem will end up second, and SCP third, and then LSC 4th. Then it's mm, probably gonna be like Stargo Racing or FLF or 5th. It really depends, and then Lynx, and then Rykar.
I forgot about RMC.
Oh shit! Yeah, RMC 6, and then Lynx, and then Rykar.
I love that. I love it. Yeah. Matty Mar can suck it. So we've kind of covered all of that. I guess we should probably get back onto one time because we've done a whole lot of yapping about other things. Looking obviously because things can happen last minute and stuff. But looking into the season, could you see yourselves, both of you, lasting to the end of the 10 races actively, or do you think the same thing as last season will happen, or are you like pretty set on that you are going to do all the races
The,
you can?
the thing is, because people wanted to break, because I want to break the world record as well, right? For the most points for constructors as a team. But for season 18, I feel like it was a bit different because um, cause season 18, like after we won the constructors, of course, we already like for example, not me, but Figo has already accomplished everything he wants. I feel like in the game, and me, I'm really just missing a CL title. But to be honest, if I didn't retire, I feel like I could have gotten it. Before UL, I just I can't be I just can't be asked to practice. I'm gonna be honest, because I feel like I'm not saying I would beat JT or Figo if I did practice a lot, because they are definitely like a league above me. But I feel like I would have a bit of a chance to actually like fight for the wins if I did practice. But for one time, um, I don't know why. I don't even know why this guy wants me as a teammate. I'm gonna be honest.
I
He's
mean,
talking as if I want him as a teammate.
it's pretty clear. I mean, you're pretty much. I feel like if you like look at the look at the teams that you're talking about for the top three, maybe four with like Mayhem, but I'm gonna leave them out because they're very much unknown, same as SGP. But if you look at LSA, SCP, and one time, Henande F1 fan, Henande is very much the number one driver. Same as SCP with JT, very much the number one driver. I feel like Figo is probably still number one in rankings, but I mean Flyx is not. You're much closer to Figo than Johnny and F1 fan are to Henande and JT. So
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
the thing is,
not there's another
because
thing.
I know that for myself, and I think maybe Figo can say that as well. If I did practice a lot, I would definitely be faster than Hernandi. Because, for example, for Brazil, I didn't really practice that much. I did practice, but I didn't practice like how much Hernandi practiced, for example. Because he did like 1K
Yeah,
laps. I
no
did
one
like,
practices as much as Henande
yeah,
practices.
I did like 2K, and I was still faster than him because I remember losing them because of like Corey killing me, some basic Corvid stuff. And I remember I was like, fuck, because I was like P11. And I came back, like, I pushed myself, and I did catch up to Hernandi like 3 times. But I just couldn't pass him in the final corner because, like, Brazil, it's so hard to, like, overtake there. But I I know that for myself, and I think Fiu can see that as well, that I am faster than Hernandi if I do practice, like, a lot.
Mm. I mean, I think Fernando has pretty much admitted that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Flix is always kind of because he doesn't practice that much. He's kind of served this. I mean, he hasn't really been the second driver in the sense that like he has to give up a position or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he's just been like the slower counterpart. But I think I know he would he would say that as well. I think. But
Call
I
me.
think if he no, because you're not shit. You're still pretty good for the barely the amount that you practice. But I think if you really did try, you could probably beat me a few times. You know, and well, I mean, obviously, I like to believe that I'd come out on top. I think I'm. I mean, I just think I'm the best.
Yeah,
Like, why
no.
wouldn't?
The thing is, I like for me, the best player in the world, people would say Nuno, right? But for me, I know you're the like for me, you are the best because you never because back in the day, right, when you won against Nuno and Hernandi back in season 16, no
It's
15, round
15. It's
8,
15. Yeah.
yeah, the like you had your pace there, right? But you have like between the seasons, you have improved so much with JT, and that's what I feel like you both have like the pay. I feel the thing is, I just feel like Nuno is like a third. He is the third best in the world because I feel like as of now, he would not like he could compare to you two, right? But I feel like he would just not have the pace to really fight for the win against you two. But that could just be just a dumb thing to say, but you know.
No, I mean I agree with you honestly. But that's just more just because like you have like a Hernandi and JT and me who you could fight occasionally against Nino. I mean I never really got to fight him when he was like properly trying. But like, we managed to be able to fight him. And so after a few seasons and we've very clearly improved, I'm sure that like on like a raw level we're probably better because just as you go a long time, the players get better, right? So I just think that we are just better just by the fact that we've played more. I think if Nuno came back, I doubt that he would be as quick. But I mean, if he continued playing, for the time that me and JT and stuff have, continued playing, maybe the story would be different. But I just feel like, because we improved so much, we are probably, on like a pace level, probably faster than what Nuno was back in the
Wait,
it's like a year ago.
You heard it
Wait,
here
do I-
first, folks. Nuno is washed.
He's
No,
not washed.
whoa. We have never said
No,
he's
I know,
washed.
I know.
He
He's
would
not.
still probably beat my ass. I would
Yeah.
have to be honest.
I just think that, because he hasn't played,
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
just think that he wouldn't be as fast.
But the thing
just,
is, like back in the day, he would probably smoke me. But I think if I race him now, it would be way closer, like pace
Yeah.
wise.
I feel like we're going on a tangent. What was the original question? I cannot remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it was
do
about this
not
guy being my
know.
second driver. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think if he tries, he can definitely be, quick enough for a win occasionally.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't, and so he kind of serves that, kind of second driver role right now. I mean, it's kind of optional for him. He doesn't really complain. Doesn't really seem to mind it.
I don't
No.
really care.
I just want him to come P2 once, so he can get a 1-2 for once.
The thing is, I do not really care if I do not win. I just want my teammates to win, you know. I'm not
Oh.
really, I'm not like greedy for a win or anything, cause I feel like if like, I can maybe like few races this season, I can maybe bang out some laps and see where that gets me. But I just don't really care about win. I already have a win, and getting a second win is not really gonna be the same feeling as getting the first win, and definitely, cause the reason why Fukuoka felt like special to me is because I came P2 thanks Figo, because he let me get that P2 in Riga, and Fukuoka was the round after Riga, and I banged out laps in that one. I just fucked up quali. That's really it. But after that, I feel like, I mean, you could see I was pretty quick. You know, I was fighting for the win, and I actually won. But like, I don't know. I don't really care if I have to win. Like, if I do win, like right now, I would be happy if Figo won and got his like second world title.
Third.
Maybe the third.
Wait, third?
This guy
Yeah,
forgot.
wait, third. Oh, yeah, wait, shit. Wait, what the fuck? I forgot you won season. Which season did you win?
16,
won
18.
Oh yeah, 16, 18. But yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
well, now I can use him as like a second driver to help me win every race. So that's nice to hear, honestly.
I mean, you were talking before about wanting to do the all-time biggest like points winning constructor, and I mean that would beat two I guess goals for one time, beating that record and winning the constructors, which is somehow something that you have never done. But I mean,
Well,
this season
wait,
with this,
Yeah,
When the
but-
constructors,
we have done it in season 18. We beat
yeah, we did it.
18, but LSA had, I think it was season 19.
It was the season
Yeah.
after.
Season after, LSA did not have any competition, so they beaten the record by like, they beaten it easily because they didn't really have
yeah,
competition.
but it wasn't
So I
one
feel like-
time. It was Neon Sunset.
Oh yeah, but me and Flyx won it together in that time.
Yeah, in
So
season
it just feels kind of
Mm,
record.
feels
okay.
kind of wrong for you to say that we haven't won it.
Okay, well, I mean,
I guess you haven't
one
won it under
time,
one
but
time.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, you've got a constructor, but you've definitely got like the. If there was going to be a lineup to beat, who was it that said that was a Nuno and Hernandi?
And then it was Hernandi and Phantom.
Hernandi and Fantome. Oh wow,
In
Well, I
season
mean,
19, they broke it.
Not be like they were in season 15. Wait, was it season? Was it no? So season 14, I think. That Nuno and Nandi.
No, see, that was season 15. Then we broke it in season 18, and then
They
fucking
broke,
LSA broke it in season 19.
and now we're gonna beat it in this season.
if there was going
Yeah,
to be a
that's
lineup
the
to do it, it would be this one. And I'm not just saying that because you're in the call right now, but it would be like if you attend even just like 9 races, like if he's missed 1 or 2, I think he's probably could beat it because I mean, he's have probably got the reputation to get like the best emergency reserves. If worst case, because you've got like Guzzy Man, and there's loads of other reserves around that would get like
Yeah,
Jake Braden or something to score a cheeky P2.
exactly.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
we have a reserve as a glow now, but I feel like because the thing I don't know the thing about Guzzi is I feel like he just does not really practice that, or maybe he does practice. He's just not talented. You know, sorry, Guzzi. But I feel like if he
shots
would
Yeah.
fired.
practice a lot,
Throwing him under the bus.
no, not like that. But I feel like if he did practice like a lot, maybe not as much as Hernandez, I feel like he would still be like really good driver.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
agree.
guess he practices like when he raced. Was it Monaco? He practiced quite a bit. I think he pretty much practices the tracks that he makes.
Yeah.
Selfish knob, but it is I mean it is fair, I guess, but yeah, it will be cool to see what happens. I mean, I'm very excited to see what happens in the season. I'm gonna kind of just watch in my little Lynx car at the back getting lapped, watching the fight for the win. That'll be fun. I'll play with like UR levels and zoom so I can just see it all. But it will definitely be fun to watch. I'm trying to think of ways we can get this back on one time, but I feel like there's not too much to cover now. We've kind of talked about
We
everything,
asked
so
what do we expect from us?
well, you've pretty much said that. You just want to get a 1-2 at some point, and you just want to beat the world record of points scored in a season. But one thing I do want to ask is like, what's your sort of not goals because we've talked about that, but what's your sort of like expectations for yourself? Like, is there a certain amount of wins you want to win Figo, or do you want to like get back up on the top step, Flyx, or like just score podiums, or what do you want to sort of achieve individually this season? I guess we can start with Flyx.
The thing that I don't know. If I, because I do want, of course, I want to fight for the world championship as well, right? But I feel like that's gonna really depend after Spain, so round one. It's gonna depend where I finish. If I don't finish P2, uh, yeah, if I don't finish P2 or above, then I will probably not gonna, then I'm not gonna really practice a lot for the upcoming races.
Jesus, that is
Because
a
if I finish
so
P,
high
because
bar.
no, I have my expectations for this because I do hold the world record right for the time trial, but I feel
Yeah,
like time trial does not really mean a lot because Figo is only like what three what's called
hundredths
yeah
behind
300
you.
off of me,
It's very
and
close.
that's not really like a lot, and I feel like he definitely has a lot more race pace than me and consistency. But if I can just stay in the slip and if we do run away if after I get quali, if we get a 1-2, then of course I feel like he's gonna want like I don't know if he's gonna want me to fight him if we are like far away from the rest, but I feel like I would fight him to make it like interesting and not just boring
Papaya
and like
rules
let me
coming out
win.
in one time.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it honestly. Uh,
It's
to be fair, as long as it wouldn't compromise the one too.
yeah, because that was our plan for season 18 as well. If we were like running away as a 1-2, then we would like fight for the win.
But
And
yeah,
I would
that
not
didn't
really get
come to
like
fruition.
I really not care if I do like get one second and he get first, but I don't really think he would really mind me winning and then and then him second. But it just really depends on yeah on round one how I perform. If I don't get P2, then I'll see
This guy's
Igor.
gonna give up after round one.
That
No
is
no no
kind
he's
of
not
insane standards. Like P2 or you're not practicing for the next 2 races. That seems a bit insane. But I mean, Figo yourself, going for 10 wins or?
Yeah, all 10. Just all 10.
Damn,
That's the goal.
that's fair.
Unrealistic. Well,
Not
but
really. It's not
I mean,
really
that's the way.
unrealistic.
I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? Just to win every race. Like, yeah, that's what I'm going to target. We'll see if the rain agrees with that. I feel like the main
Oh
thing
yeah,
stopping me is the rain.
fuck.
You're not ready for the Kubo race win in Spain. Um,
No, we're not gonna let
See,
him win.
that's a bit sad for Kubo. I'm sure who's definitely watching this and not just watched to the end to make it look like he did.
We love him, right? But as one time, we of course don't want anyone else to win except us.
yeah,
So,
Have you got any
sure.
rivals? That's maybe some. Have you got like any
oh,
rivals like in constructors? And I'm not just meaning like, I don't mean boring like last season with like McLaren and Red Bull, just because they're the two best teams. I mean in like proper like hatred rivals, like something that goes down to like a race 2 seasons ago where someone pushed you off. Is there anyone you really really don't want to see up on the top or a team? And if you say Lynx, I will be forced to kill you.
what the fuck?
No, I don't really have one.
Nah, I
I
mean,
don't hate anyone here. So
I've always hated LSC, right? But I feel like they're not gonna be like a constructor. It's not gonna be really a fight between them, so I don't really care about them. But
damn,
I don't really, for like example, SCP, I don't really hate them. Like, I have nothing against them. And May, of course, I don't like. I like Ozzy, right? I wish he would return for season 22.
he's not
And
there.
yeah, but I have nothing against like 6Y or anything, because I've not like really. Because last time we raced like against each other, and that was season 16, round one, and we were teammates as well for Mayhem. We don't really, we don't have beef, you know.
Yeah,
Just Latvian humble guys. But I don't
Oh yeah.
really think, I don't really think that I have anyone that I hate except LSC. I hate LSC, but I don't hate Hernandi and F1 fan. I just hate the team because fuck them.
he just hates him for no reason.
Damn.
I hate them because they have too many constructors, and they have a lot of free constructors as well. For example, like
Stop
last
letting them farm.
No, not last season. Last season, that's actually pretty close. But season 19, for example, that was just a free, free title that I did not fucking like. That's why I hate LSA. But I hate
Ah, damn.
LSA since like season 15 already. So it's like it's in my blood to hate.
Yeah, I've never
Damn.
really cared. So I don't
Wow.
have any rivals.
That's fair.
I guess my only real rival was JT, but it's not really like a horrible, angry, hateful one. It's more just like a friendly, like chill one.
Yeah. No one can hate JT.
Yeah.
I've heard Croydon is a lovely place for people to grow up.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah, I've seen it myself, my own eyes, and yeah, it's an interesting place.
Um, sorry, JT, you're probably one of the only people that actually watch these fully, so I apologize. But it is a bit of a yeah. Anywho,
Shithole.
yeah, a little bit. I'm looking through teams and drivers for all leagues, trying to think of more topics, and I guess is there anything you just want to talk about with one time before we go on to just a last thing I want to talk about before we end it?
I haven't really got much to say.
Need to think about it. I'm gonna be honest. My drunk mind cannot think right now. So
I don't think he has anything to say either.
Okay then. Well, I think that's us done with one time. Just for the last sort of couple minutes, I wanted to get sort of. I don't know how much you, I guess, watch or pay attention to like lower leagues or the lower UL, but like, who do you think in the sort of? And this is something I wanted to ask like all of the people we interview for the next, for this season, I guess. Who do you think is going to be? Because obviously Figo I don't know what your plans are for season 22 and onwards. I know JT and Hanandi are calling it quits. Phantom is pretty much gone. Corvid, his ping doesn't really allow. But who do you think once sort of what's it called, like the Holy Trinity is gone? Who do you sort of think are the next sort of up and coming top 3 that will break through?
The up and coming top 3.
Yeah.
I can think of the immediate replacements. The up and coming, but they're already in UL. That's the thing. Up and coming. I'll just like quickly. I'll give you the immediate ones while I look at the up and coming ones. But the immediate ones are probably just Aussie, Sash, and
Sash? Really?
yeah. You see, well, I think it'll take a bit longer. I think he has the potential. And F1 fan. I think those are the 3. Wait, no. I'll add 4 and I'll add Johnny in there. Yeah, easily.
Not Kubo.
What about
So
me, gang?
Oh wait, because I would put Kubo and Phantom in there as well, but like they're kind of, we're not sure if they'll race or not. But I mean, I think if they race, then I think it'd be easily Phantom and Kubo. But just more like the guys who aren't already established, probably.
I don't
What,
be
Johnny?
that guy, but I will race next season. Like season.
No, he's not racing.
I will, bro. On everything.
Literally
Bro's
just
just
said
said
that
if he's
they
not
were-
getting top
Season-
2 in Spain,
listen,
he's not
season
racing.
Season 22 will be the most free world championship.
He's
Why
gonna
wouldn't
be
I
hungry
race?
for that one. You get bored.
Albano World Drivers Championship.
Trust me.
Anyway, Flyx, I would like to get your up and coming top 3, or well, if you need to study it like Figo, your immediate top 3 replacement after this season.
I mean, if I do stay for season 22, then it will definitely be me, Ozzy, and it's a bit hard one. But I feel like, yeah, like Figo said, Sage, or whatever, however you pronounce it, he just needs more time to, learn a lot of stuff. But I feel like it's definitely gonna be me, Ozzy, and then I'm gonna just say Johnny, because I feel like Johnny is definitely faster than F1 fan as of now.
Well, the thing
But-
is with Sash, who's Seji that you called him, he is pretty much an identical replica to F1 fan. Like, came up from mobile, won debut AL and JL races by like over 10 seconds, kept winning the whole season, got banned from JL and AL in the first season, sort of struggled when they got to there's 2 struggled when they got to like CL. Oh, there's 3. Jesus Christ. Like, because they'd been at like the front in clean air, they've sort of Lando Norris it as soon as they got to CL, and like struggled with the actual like wheel to wheel racing, got better, and then ended up like, well, obviously F1 fan is now, where did he finish, like 6th or something at points during last season. So I guess Sash is going to be like that. So I guess if you say Sash, you've got to say F1 fan as well.
I did mention him. But yeah. I'm just trying to think of how good he would be. I don't think that he will be as good as like me and JT in that level. Because I think for that you need to win your AL, you need to win your JL, you need to podium in your first race and CL and win soon after. And then you need to get a top 10 in UL in within like the first 3 if you really want to share. That's if you are going to be like a proper like the greatest of all time kind of thing. But I think for what he's doing right now, I think he can be, especially with the rest of the competition, I think he can do like a world championship if he learns quick enough. He's obviously going to be at a disadvantage because he's come later and like the experience kind of thing. Obviously you slowly catch up, but like everyone else has an advantage on you if they're already, you'd say, incumbent in the league. So you got a bit of a tougher battle compared to the other guys like F1 fan and stuff, because he's going to be going up against an experienced F1 fan. So yeah,
Well, that's
I
me
think
fucked
that.
then. I finished last in my debut UL race.
But I mean, obviously, those things don't really. They're not. They're gonna. Sorry, they're not gonna define how you do. I just feel like they're kind of like telltale
Yeah,
signs.
like natural talent. You,
You see
Jesus.
a Max Verstappen, and you know it's
People
a.
like you and JT and seemingly Sash and even Flicks have got like a whoa, a natural talent on this game where like you develop quickly. You don't need to do in as much laps to be up there. Whereas people like even Hernandi, he has to do like 1,000
Oh,
laps.
and Andy has to do so much laps to
Yeah,
be
he has to do like
fast.
over 1,000 and is like coming third, which
I
like
think.
he's still really good, but he's not got like the natural talent that like you and JT have and stuff like that. That's like that seems to be people like Sash, people like F1 fan. They've
I
just
mean,
sort of like dug into that. And whereas you probably still were doing as many laps, like Sash does like 60 laps per race. So he's never going to be at the same level as you, but he could be. He has like the potential to be, but he's just not as invested, I guess.
to be
Yeah,
fair, JT practices on the race day, right? But we don't know how many laps he actually does because
I feel like he grinds out.
yeah, exactly. I feel like he does like 5 hours of just
I
pure.
never know.
Because every time I see him online, he is in UR2D on Sundays, like hella early. So I feel like he does a lot of laps, but he's just practicing one day.
But I think Kanandi is kind of like he's given this kind of title of like he has to try way harder, but I don't think it's that much harder. Like, yeah, his laps are crazy, but like it's wait, like 2,000 laps. I'd probably do like 500 on like a normal, like on average. I think, or at least last season.
500?
Yeah, I just kind of naturally do them like by doing the mocks and stuff.
Yeah,
I
but
don't do
maybe
that much
that's the
time
thing.
trial
I
either.
don't attend
The
mugs.
thing is, you're
Like,
saying that, but like, if I can use this example because it's a really really good one that I've noticed recently. The Spanish mock, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, so Friday or Thursday. Hernandez done no laps because he's not racing this week. He comes in his first sort of proper laps on the track because obviously everyone's race based tracks at least once before. He qualifies 13th. He finishes the race 10th.
I mean,
If one of you came in zero, like not many laps on the track, you know the car well. You're qualifying in the top five. You're finishing in the top five. Like it's that sort of like natural talent. You don't need to learn the track. If I came into to a mock, as you saw in Brazil, my first mock I was lapped twice.
the
But by
thing
the end of the
is,
weekend, I'm able to like build up just with like I probably do about 1,000 laps in a week as
yeah,
well.
I really don't think that's that bad though. I mean, it takes me a bit of time to kind of learn the track. If I was thrown straight into the track, um, it takes me minimum 10 usually to like kind of. I mean, maybe that's because my zoom is low, so I don't know where the fuck I'm going. But like,
yes.
it's. I don't think his performance is that late. Is it one of the short ones? Is like a full mark?
Um, I think it depends what day. Let me try
But yeah,
find out
while you
quickly.
do that, it's like it's not that bad. And I think I like just. I mean, maybe he does. I wouldn't disagree that he needs to try harder. But I feel like he's still got the ability. And like some people can do the same number of laps as him and not be as good. Like I like at the level that he does it. If I did that many, like I'd start reaching like the marginal gains of like 500. So the rest
Or
of the laps wouldn't really be that much helpful.
if I did the amount of laps as Hernandi a week, so 1K, I feel like I would be God mode. I feel like I would be so quick that nobody could stop me.
I don't know how quick I would be, but I don't think I'd be like that much quicker than I was now. So like I just think that this kind of he gets kind of shit on unnecessarily. I think he's better than most people give him credit for. But I think he's shown that on the track, even if he needs to try harder. You know.
Yeah, I can't actually find these mock results, which is really annoying me because I wanted to use this because I feel like it's the first proper good point I've had in this entire thing. But yeah, I'm gonna give up now because I'm just going on yapping, but I can't find him. But it
yeah.
is like, I guess it is marginal because like he is so good that like obviously that will have the time that you need to practice to get at least on just normal pace will come down a lot. Which I guess is the case for everyone. So it's not just special to Hernande and Hughes, but it's like I don't really know where I'm going with this point. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're just clutching at strings here to keep us going. But I don't know. It's definitely going to be overall. I'm just changing the topic now because I had no idea where I was going. It's definitely going to be a fun season, and I think it is. If you go to all 10 races, it is pretty much a fight for second for the rest of the teams, because like, I mean, we saw last season you came in for the last 4 races and won the last 4 races. Flyx, you were top 4 in every race you did. It just happened to only be 4 races. If you come to at least Jesus, if you come to at least like 90%, 80% of the races, you are pretty much guaranteed constructors, because obviously JT is going to be missing I think 2 races, same as Hernande. Fantome is stepping up,
Wait,
but
what?
huh?
Is he missing?
He's missing races.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that JT's missing races.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm salivating right now. I'm joking.
This is 1, 2. Wait, hold on, chat.
So I don't. Obviously, he's not missing Spain. I don't know what races he's missing. I've just heard from people that he's going to be missing a couple races. So it will definitely be fun to watch. So I think we're going to end this now because I actually want to go sleep today. We're recording this very late, hence the reason I've been very quiet, because I have neighbours and I don't want an angry 60-year-old at my door at 1:30 in the morning. So I think we'll just end it there. And obviously, I wish you the best of luck for this season. If I somehow find myself anywhere near you on the track, I'll have a fucking party. But yeah, just the best of luck in achieving the point thing as well, and getting the first constructor under the one-time name. I'm sorry, I didn't expect to get shouted at for that, Jesus. But yeah, good luck and thank you for interviewing with us today.
Cheers, man. Yeah,
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.